salads. They are more than just wimpy pieces of green in a bowl with some dressing on the side. Around the world, they can delight the senses and bring people together around the table for a fabulous meal. So today we're looking at 5 show-stopping salads from 5 different countries to explore how fabulous this side dish really can be.
Hi everyone, my name is Catherine and I was born and currently live in Madrid, Spain. But despite living here my whole life, I'm 100% Ecuadorian at heart, as both of my parents and my entire family are from there. In fact, I was lucky enough that every summer my parents would take me on vacation to Ecuador, and I even had the incredible opportunity to live for almost 2 years in Quito, its capital, to reconnect with those strong roots that is still in me. The dish I wanted to share with you all today is something truly special, refreshing and full of memories from my homeland, Bebe. Imagine the Bebe, which literally translates to eat and drink, as an explosion of vibrant tropical colors in a glass or a bowl.
Well, that's all the prep I had to do really, because I bought a papaya pre-cut, and technically I did buy the pineapple pre-cut, but I had to cut that into smaller pieces, so I just didn't want to have to break down an entire huge papaya for this when I didn't need that much fruit. It was about me not being wasteful, but now I am going to juice some oranges with this old school juicer that Leia brought me because I did not have one. Just gonna like, ugh. I haven't juiced an orange myself like in years and years. How do you guys feel about orange juice with pulp? Are you pulp or non-pulp people? Personally, I grew up in an extra pulp house. So I really like the orange pulp, but I know a lot of people don't. Oh God, it's also, Leia, this is not a great juicer.
I never said it was good. I said I had one. I never said it was good.
It's not just a salad you eat with a fork. You will see the bright orange of papaya, the intense yellow of pineapple, and the creamy white of banana. What makes it unique and special is that all these fruits are generously submerged in its natural orange juice, creating such a juicy texture that, true to its name, it invites you to eat the fruit pieces and drink the juice. It's a delight for both the eyes and the palate. The flavor is a perfect balance between the natural sweetness of the fruits and a citrusy, slightly tart kick from the orange juice. It tastes like sunshine, like the tropics, like well-being. Plus, that combination of textures makes it really fun to eat. In our culture, it is much more than a dessert or a snack. It is a symbol of hospitality and the richness of our land. What makes Bebe stand out is that it's not just a side dish, it's a complete experience and a dish with its own identity. I truly hope you like the Bebe as much as I do. Buen provecho.
We have our fruit salad, which I think is a really interesting take on a fruit salad because it's also a drink. I like a fruit salad that you can eat and drink. Pretty. And I have fresh squeezed orange juice, so that's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna start with the fruit salad that's been soaking in the orange juice. That added a tanginess to everything. The banana tastes so good. Heck yeah. This is such a simple and great dish. It's so bright, so vibrant. All right, come here, papaya. Let's see if you're good. I tend to not like papaya. It doesn't really taste like that much to me. And it might be that it's hard to get ripe papaya here in New York City because it's not growing anywhere nearby, but it's okay. It has taken on some of the flavor of the orange juice though, so it's more flavorful than when I was just snacking on it before I was cooking. All right, the eating part is fun. Now let's try the drinking part. Fresh squeezed orange juice is just next level. And you can taste the other bits of the fruit that have infused in that part of the drink. So it tastes a bit more like a fruit punch. No, not fruit punch, but more like, you know, banana, pineapple, orange juice. Yum. This is a great summer salad, a great end of day salad. Great for a breakfast dish as well. Simple to make. You could definitely put any fruits that you really like in this. I think it's about getting that orange juice in there Maybe using the pineapple because it brightens everything up a lot, but yum. I feel like I'm on a beach vacation right now. It's great. Before we get to the next dish, I'm gonna practice some Hindi with Rosetta Stone, the sponsor of today's episode.
आदमी खा रहे हैं.
Rosetta Stone is a language learning app that, instead of translations, relies on an immersive way for you to learn a new language.
वो कैफे में पढ़ रही है.
As many of you know, my husband is from India and his family speaks Hindi, so I've been learning Hindi as a way to connect more with him, his family, and his culture. But there are a lot of great reasons to want to learn a new language, including travel and even curiosity about the world. One of my favorite things about Rosetta Stone is that instead of memorizing tons of translations, you'll learn through interactive activities.
क्या आपके कोई प्रश्न है?
You really do learn practical phrases and words instead of super random ones, which can happen on other language learning apps. They have pronunciation guides where you mimic native speakers.
हम लोग चल रहे हैं.
हम लोग चल रहे हैं. Lessons are as short as 10 minutes long, so you can always squeeze one in, especially if you're cooking in the kitchen and there's a little downtime, which is something I tend to have a lot of in there. You can also download their lessons so they're available offline, so you can keep practicing no matter where you are or what you're doing. There are tons of languages to choose from, so chances are you'll be able to find one that interests you. Right now, you can get a lifetime subscription for 60% off, making it just $149, meaning that you can learn any language you want for as long as you want for the rest of your life. The link to download is in my description.
G'day Beryl, it's Alice, and I'm from Georgia, and I live in Melbourne, Australia. The dish I want to share is a Georgian dish, Adjapsandal, which is kind of a stew, but I'm in Australia, salad country. So I've turned a classic Georgian stew into an Adjapsandal barbecue salad. Adjapsandal is traditionally put in a pot and stewed. You're stewing nightshades like capsicums and tomatoes and eggplant together to make a lovely kind of caponata or ratatouille situation.
I'm making this out of Alice's book, Salad for Days. It's here on page 52. It looks really pretty, so hopefully I'm gonna channel my inner Alice and plate it as lovely as she does. Also, these grill marks, I don't know if I've ever been able to achieve grill marks before, so we'll see. I'm gonna get my pan really hot, like rip-roaring hot, so that it sears onto my eggplant and zucchini. This is a nice book, it feels good, you know?
What I thought I would do is put those kinds of flavors into a barbecue situation, so I hope you're enjoying chucking that veg on the barbie.
Drum roll! Yes! Yes! Boom, grill marks, baby. This looks perfect. A little hotter in the back than the front. That's okay.
And then I'm teaming it with a classic Georgian salsa, an ajika. Ajika is a tomato and capsicum roasted sauce, but this is a speedy version using supermarket charred grilled peppers as well as some sun-dried tomatoes and some spices. And then you're gonna stir that through some yogurt to create like a schmear situation on the bottom, and then chuck all of that barbecue veg on top. This dish reminds me of coming home and having this in the fridge. Adjapsandal is one of those dishes that's really useful to have in the fridge for like the whole week. Once you stew it on a Sunday, you can pop it onto toast or onto some mashed potato or some rice, and you could even have it as like a bit of a soup if you wanted to loosen it off with some stock.
I'm only using the stems for the ajika sauce, which I think is pretty interesting and a good way to use the entire part of the cilantro. Boop.
But what I really like about this version is that it brings my worlds together, where I'm from and where I am now, because if there's anything that we love in Australia, it's chucking stuff on the barbie. In summer and in spring, doing this outdoors, serving it up as a cold salad is a really easy and delicious way to have something a little bit different.
Look at how messy this was. I've got stuff everywhere. Oh, it's a lot to clean up. I'm gonna taste the ajika for salt content here. That is amazing. Oh, that is so beautiful. Wow. If you make nothing else, just make this sauce. Wow, 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 wow.
I've just written a book called Salad for Days that's all about showing you that you can have salad for every meal of every day of the year. So for me, salad is never an afterthought. As far as I'm concerned, you can have salads that are big, salads that are sides. So you've just got to kind of choose your own adventure. And I think this is a really great one to show you because it's more of a hero dish. This is more of a main event situation than a side dish. You should try this barbecued Adjapsandal salad because it'll show you that salad can be so much more than you ever thought, and it'll bring the flavors of Georgia and Australia into your kitchen.
While it looks beautiful, I will say grilling took forever and it was so hot in my kitchen. It feels like 1,000,000 degrees in my kitchen right now. It is so hot. I don't know, I need to go pull my hair up. All this grilling, it's meant to be done outside, I get that. Whew. I also nearly chopped my fingers off doing the worst cutting of an onion that I have ever done on this channel. Oh my God, I'm doing this so unsafely. That was terrible. Yeah, I know.
I wasn't breathing.
But we're done, so let's try it. That's delicious. That is beautiful. Ooh, that was worth the labor. That is really good. I think if you had a barbecue grill, this would be a lot easier because you could put everything out at the same time. I love that adjika sauce. It is so spicy from the garlic and smooth from the peppers, herbaceous from the cilantro stems. It's gorgeous. This would be so good left over with eggs or spread on toast. Oh. Yum, 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 and mixed with the yogurt gives it that creamy flavor, which is so beautiful. I like that I used Japanese eggplants because they ended up being the same size as the zucchini, so if you're gonna cook this, it cooks in about the same amount of time, making it a little bit easier. Oh, I wanna keep eating this. This is a great dinner party salad, 100% a dinner party salad. Everybody would be so over the moon for it. I like that this was Alice's riff on a more traditional Georgian dish. I like that idea that she took something that was like a soup and turned it into a salad by dissecting the parts. I think that was really interestingly done. My tomatoes did kind of turn to mush, so if you're gonna do it, I think a bigger tomato than the little ones that I use would be better because they'll have more structural integrity. These got a little messed up. Bleh. Oh my God, they just look like mush. But ultimately at the end of the day, I think that they taste fine. They're grilled and they're soft and they're juicy, so it kind of worked out either way. They just don't look that pretty. I was excited to share her dish because she does have a new cookbook out called Salad for Days, which I will leave a link to in the description if you want to buy it, but it is a gorgeous book with 1,000,000 color photos of every single dish, which is one of my favorite things that a cookbook can have. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm gonna finish my plate. It's making me feel good inside. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Hi Beryl, I'm Arpna from Gurugram, India. I was born and brought up in Chandigarh and I moved out of my city for work opportunities. The dish I want to talk about is Kala Chana Chaat, also known as black chickpea salad.
For this recipe, we're using black chickpeas, which are slightly different than a typical chickpea that you might see in your grocery store. They are nuttier in flavor, starchier, and smaller, and you can see that the skin on the outside is black. So I've soaked my chickpeas overnight, and Arpna said that the water that they've soaked in is important to keep because it's really good for you. So even after we cook it in this water, I'm gonna save the water, and then she explains how to make a little drink out of it, which is what we'll do. But for now, we're gonna pressure cook these chickpeas.
The main ingredient of the dish is Kala Chana, that is black chickpea, as the name suggests. India is the largest producer of Kala Chana and is said to be cultivated for 7,000 years. Due to its great medicinal values, it has reference in Ayurveda also. It is good for digestion, boosts metabolism, and is high in protein. It can be eaten in different forms. As a kid, whenever mom used to soak chickpea for preparing curry, she used to soak a little extra for the salad and we'll eat it along with our dinner. The salad is eaten across India with slight variation of ingredients. I love how versatile it is. It can be had throughout the year, any time of the day, and as a complete meal in itself, like a breakfast, lunch, evening snack, or a side for a cocktail or during dinner. It is cold, salty, tangy, crunchy. What is there not to like?
So we're using chaat masala and we're using black salt. These are two of my favorite garnishes in Indian cuisine. Black salt is like a saltier salt. It is, if you like salt, you will love black salt. It is salty salt. And then chaat masala is like a tangy, salty topping. Not so much salty actually as like tangy. There's green mango powder in this, so it's got like a little bit of a sour taste to it. It's really good on fruit. It'll be great on this chickpea salad. It's good on potatoes, good on lots of things. This is a fun spice that I would recommend you buy if you're ever at an Indian grocery store. And I just did an Indian grocery store tour, so if you're wondering what else to buy in an Indian grocery store, you can check the video out. I'm linking it in the description.
I would suggest everyone to try this because it is easy to prepare, tasty, very healthy, good for anyone with diabetes, and is vegan too. Hope you like it. Bye-bye.
This smells so good. It smells salty and tangy, which are two of my favorite flavor combos. That is delicious. It tastes like a way better chickpea salad than any that I've ever made. The combination of the starchy chickpea with the starchy potato is really nice. It gives you like a really nice mouthfeel when you bite into everything. The tomatoes and the onions are fresh and juicy. I think really for me what I love about this is the chaat masala and the black salt. That's what makes this a special salad. It's the seasoning. This has made me a little thirsty, so I do have the cooking liquid. And apparently it's okay to drink. I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon juice because this brown sludge does not look delicious to me. It could be healthy though. It tastes like, it just kind of tastes like nutty water. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, if it's healthy, that's great. I'm glad I just got that health in me, but I guess, you know, waste not, want not. That's a nice, it's nice to know that it's there. It's a weird aftertaste. I'm just gonna have another bite of salad. I can taste the chickpeas. I like this because we're using a different type of chickpea, but obviously you could use typical chickpeas from a can if you wanted to try this at home. It's not gonna be like a make or break. One thing I think that you do need though is the chaat masala, so I will leave a link in my description on where you can buy it. And don't forget, all the recipes for everything that you see here today are always in the description on my website, beryl.nyc. This is the type of salad where the longer it sits, the better it's gonna be because all those flavors are gonna seep in and mature a little bit. Not like a salad with lettuce and dressing that just gets wiltier and sadder the longer it sits. So it's good to make it and have leftovers like I do, which I'm very excited about already. And I think just overall, it's a solid salad. It's a solid salad. Overall, I love it. It was super simple to make. It's got new flavors that I really like. It's got, you know, familiar ingredients, but it tastes really special. 2 thumbs up.
Hi, my name is Tintin and I'm from Surabaya, Indonesia, and the dish that I want to share with you guys is called Urap, which is a vegetable salad with many kind of vegetables. Usually we use bean sprout, long beans, and then green leaves.
Peeling ginger, peeling ginger, peeling ginger. Do you know what that's from? Making Christmas, making
Yeah,
Christmas.
is that Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah.
That's I was like, oh my god, I know that.
And you can have also carrots or whatever that you like. And the unique thing about urap is we use spice grated coconut. It's such a complex flavor. You have spice, kind of savory, kind of sweet, and the sweetness from the coconut itself is like showing up. This dish is actually pretty common in Indonesia, mainly in Java Island.
This recipe calls for palm sugar, but I'm using brown sugar because palm sugar is a little bit hard to come across, but it's a good substitute. So if you want to try this at home, brown sugar is okay to use. And I'll put that in the recipe, which is going to be on my website, beryl.nyc.
In Indonesia, we use a lot of coconut in our dishes in both savory and sweet dishes.
I'm trying to decide whether or not this is going to be as spicy as it looks because it's bright red. It's burning my nose and stinging my eyes, so that's clue number one. But clue number two will be me tasting it. Okay, it's not as spicy. It's got like a kick in the back of it, and the raw garlic is pretty strong, but those cayenne peppers are not that spicy, so it just looks a lot spicier than it is, but it has a nice flavor. I feel like it could use a little bit of salt, but other than that, it tastes really nice, but it is burning my nose. Whew.
Like there's a lot of dessert with coconut milk too, and this one is used a fresh grated or shredded coconut with added spice and it's really good. You can basically have this salad for all year. Like you can have it for lunch, breakfast, dinner, whenever you like it, but most commonly it's for dinner and lunch. If you guys can find a fresh shredded or grated coconut, this dish is really delicious. Like it blew my mind. It is such a beautiful flavor. Like it's such a unique flavor. It's a coconutty with salad with vegetables, and it have a spice. It's savory, it's kind of sweet from the palm sugar too, and it's just addictive to me. I know it can be hard to find coconut in some of countries, especially like fresh coconut, but if you can find it, like just try this and try it yourself and you'll find such a beautiful flavor of salad. Like I have never had a salad this good, so addictive like this.
This was actually a very easy salad to make. Sometimes when I see a recipe that has lots of ingredients like this one did, I'll get intimidated, but there were a lot of ingredients, but you didn't have to do that much. So it was easy. Whoa. That is unlike any salad I've ever had in my entire life. I've never had a coconut salad before. Like, when I think about coconut, sorry, I'm eating. Having coconut in a salad and not having it be a fruit salad like the Ecuadorian fruit salad that we made, the flavor is still there. You can taste that it's coconut. But it's coconut with a kick. It's surprising to me. And because it's paired with something that's spicier, the coconut has this kind of, it's a subtle heat. Because it's creamy and sweeter, the heat isn't overwhelming, but it's there. So the whole salad is just a really interesting take on a flavor that I'm familiar with, but I've never had in this way before. The blanched vegetables are adding a really nice crunch. I'm very impressed by my julienne carrots. That tool that I found in my drawer did wonders. Wow. That was really good. If you're looking for a good julienne tool, I found one. It's OXO. This did an amazing job. That was so easy. Oh, what was it doing hiding in my drawer? I just found it. I don't know where it's been this whole time. I mean, that's what happens when you have messy drawers. Things are in there that you just don't even know about. I like this salad because it has subverted my expectations of what a coconut salad would and should and could be. This is unlike anything I've ever had. It was simple to make. I think it tastes amazing. It's not too spicy, but it has a kick to it. It's fabulous.
Hi Beryl.
Hi Beryl.
I'm Rin and I'm from Thailand, but now I'm living in Aarhus, Denmark with my boyfriend here. So the dish I want to talk about is yam mama. Because when you think of salad, you usually think of something super healthy, right? But I would feel like this dish is the total opposite of that. I would say that yam mama is basically a spicy salad with the main ingredient being instant noodles. Yum in Thai means spicy salad.
I have done a lot of instant noodle dishes and I don't think I've ever done mama noodles. They're a product of Thailand, but it's interesting because Rajat said in college this was the noodle that they ate because Maggi just like wasn't as good as mama. But yeah, I'm really interested to try these. Even though I'm not using the soup packet, sometimes the noodle itself has good flavor and texture, so we'll see how mama is. Mama. Mama. I'm just gonna try one of these noodles to get a sense of texture. They have a little bounce to them. I think they're pretty good. I don't know if I've ever boiled shrimp. I always grill them.
Mama is basically the name of our most recognized instant noodles in Thailand. So we usually, when we say mama, it means instant noodle immediately. It consists of instant noodles, of course. It could be any instant noodle of your choice. It doesn't matter the flavor because we're not using the seasoning package anyway. And then some sort of meat, and then some sort of seafood like shrimp or squid. And then you add veggies, and veggies are usually raw and could range from onions, tomatoes, cabbage, and also Chinese celery. And after that you made a dressing, which is the star of the show basically. I like this dish because it's so easy to make. You can basically substitute the meat, the veggies, or anything to whatever you have in the fridge. There are so many variations to it that everyone in Thailand basically has their own take on what Yum Mama could be or could include. I feel like Yum Mama represents Thai culture very well in the sense that we always find a way to enjoy our food regardless of what ingredients we have. Eating just instant noodles rarely satisfy our needs, so that's why we make this to basically just level up how we eat instant noodles. Food is also a way for us to connect with other people. If you have eaten with Thai people before, you would know that usually you just get like a plate of rice and then you would share the rest of the main dishes with the rest of the table. So it's not just about eating alone, but it's about the experience of talking and sharing in general. I think if you love a Thai dish that is fresh and easy to make, and also you would love to try something that locals actually eat in their everyday life, then you should definitely try to make Yum Mama at home. I hope you guys try to make it and let me know how it goes. ขอบคุณค่ะ
I think this noodle dish turned out really beautiful and it was super easy to put together. So let's dig in. No, it's not hot. I don't know why I'm blowing on it. That is really nice. There's a bit of kick from the chilies and the fish sauce has a really nice flavor to it. Personally, I love fish sauce. Fish sauce can be pretty divisive, so I'm curious how you feel about it. Do you like the taste of fish sauce or not? Personally, I love the taste of fish sauce. I like that umami flavor, the saltiness of it. The smell of it obviously is like a little intense, but I still really like it. The noodles are bouncy and the ground pork has a really nice flavor. I like the crunch of the celery because a lot of stuff in here is soft. Let's get a tomato. It's fresh, it's bright, it adds a beautiful pop of color to the dish and a pop of flavor that I'm really enjoying. I love an instant noodle salad. I made one before called YY Chaat, which is nice because it was a crunchy noodle salad. This one I like because the noodles are cooked, but I think it's good that you didn't add the sauce packet to that because it's really letting that sauce that we made shine. I think the mama noodles are really good. I think with instant noodles, there's definitely a difference between all of them. These are definitely up there in a noodle texture that I'm really enjoying. Except it's funny because mama just makes me think of the Queen song. Mama, ooh, I don't wanna die. Sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Rin did say that you could use any instant noodle for this, so I do think it's quite an accessible salad for anybody to try, and I would highly recommend you do. I hope these salads inspired you to try something new. Let me know if one of them really popped out for you that you want to try at home. Don't forget that all the recipes are on my website, beryl.nyc, and like and subscribe because it helps support the channel. Until next week, I'm leaving you with our first salad episode, and I'm leaving you with an instant noodle episode. I will see you all next week.